You know what's funny? Ask 10 Fortnite players what the greatest season ever was, and you'll probably get like just 10 different answers. Some people say season 3 because that's when Fortnite like completely exploded. Some people say season X because of all the chaos, which you're crazy if you think that's the case. Some people swear chapter 2 season 2 was unbeatable because of Midas and that whole COVID era. And honestly, most of those answers aren't terrible except season X.
Oh no. This game is so trash. This guy has 1 kill.
But after looking at every OG seasons from chapter 1, season 1, all the way, and I consider chapter 2, season 8 OG, after that, we cut it off, okay? I think there is one season that stands above every single one of them. Not because of nostalgia, not because it was first, not because everybody misses being a kid per se, but because it genuinely had the perfect combination of gameplay, map changes, hype, the story, updates, and fun. And somehow Fortnite has never fully captured that magic again. So today we're settling this debate once and for all. And if you are a chapter 1 season 4 fan, you are going to like this video. So let's start at the beginning. Chapter 1 season 1. This season wasn't even really a season. No battle pass, no giant live event, no crazy storyline, no collabs, no mythics, no NPC, just pure survival. And the game just came out and it's like new and everything. So back then everything was just terrible and it was just a new look. And honestly, that's what made it fun. I think people were building one wall and acting like they invented like architecture, but to be honest, not a lot of people even played that season, to be fair. So yeah, so nobody knew what they were doing. The game felt new, like every win felt impossible. But if we're being honest, season 1 wasn't the best season. It was just important, I would say, not the best. We got season 2 and 3. They came out like nearly pretty similar time frame. This is when Fortnite started becoming Fortnite per se. The Black Knight, you got John Wick, you got Tilted Towers, the meteors, the rise of streamers, the rise of competitive play, the rise of sweats. Everybody remembers these seasons fondly, and for good reason. The game was growing every single week. Every update felt massive. Every new weapon felt super exciting, and Fortnite just felt like it was taking over the entire internet. But there's one thing these seasons lacked, and that's like the payoff. The buildup was incredible, but the peak hadn't happened yet, right? The meteor was still in the sky. Everyone was wondering what was going to happen. And then season 4 arrived. I genuinely think season 4 was the moment Fortnite reached another level. Not just popularity, but the quality. The meteor finally like hitting. Dusty Divot was gone. Dusty Divot appeared. Hop Rocks arrived. The map suddenly felt so alive. And this wasn't just a new season. It felt like Fortnite's first true evolution. The coolest part, the map change wasn't random. Players actually watched the meteor get closer for weeks and weeks, and the payoff felt earned. That's something Fortnite became known for later, but season 4 was really where it all kind of started. And let's talk about the battle pass, because this thing was stacked. You got Carbine, Omega, the Visitor, the first like secret skins, some of the most iconic skins Fortnite has ever released. And Omega, let's be honest, Omega is still one of the hardest tier 100 skins ever, okay, in my opinion. If you had max Omega lights, people know you grinded. People respected it. People feared it. People probably touched grass less than they should have. And not gonna lie, that was kind of like me back then. I got all the Omega lights, okay? And here's what's real, like what really puts season 4 above everything else. The gameplay, it was just so simple. It was never boring. There weren't like 400 different mechanics. You weren't overwhelmed by the loophole, and there wasn't a ton of ridiculous mobility either. And there were no 10 different currencies in the game. You landed, you looted, you fought, you built, you won. Simple. Bam. Every fight felt important. Every elimination mattered. And because everybody wasn't like cranking skyscrapers in 3 seconds, gunfights were incredibly fun to watch, I say. Also, we got introduced to like different mechanics during that time, and learning it was also fun for the first time. Plus, we got all these new modes like the Thanos mode and everything got implemented, and that was just a whole collaborative thing. I just remember being so like awed by that whole era. And season 4 also introduced something huge. I would say the Visitor. At the time, nobody knew who he was, right? Nobody knew what was happening. People were finding secret clues everywhere. Rocket launch preparations, hidden bases, mysterious sounds. The community was obsessed. And then the rocket event happened. This was history. The rocket launch changed Fortnite forever. Today, live events are normal, but back then, nobody had seen anything like this in gaming history. Players loaded into matches, wondering if Epic would actually do it. Then the rocket launched. The sky cracked. Everybody lost their minds. Twitter exploded. YouTube exploded. Fortnite exploded. The event was just so cool. It felt so impossible at the time. Like we were watching gaming history happen live in the comfort of our homes. Now, some of you probably type in already, season 5 was better. I get it. Desert biome, cool. Golf carts, awesome. Huge map changes for sure. Great season. Great season. Not gonna lie, it was really good. But I think season 5 benefited from what season 4 built. Season 4 created that excitement. Season 5 continued it. Completely big difference there, I think. And then we have the biggest challenger, chapter 2, season 2. We got Midas, Agency, the spy theme, the mythics, the vaults, amazing battle pass. Honestly, this is probably second place for me in my books, but chapter 2, season 2 had one problem, and it was incredible. During a period when the world was stuck inside, some of those are like memories are tied to that, right? So season 4 doesn't need that boost. Season 4 kind of just stands on its own. And when I think about Fortnite at its absolute peak, I think about like loading into season 4, seeing the Meteor aftermath, grinding challenges, trying to unlock Omega, and just the storyline and everything, talking with friends about the Visitor, like the live event that is about to happen, like those conversations at lunch, watching the rocket theories on YouTube and theorizing with your buddies, landing at the cool spots like Dusty Divot, and genuinely just being excited every time the game just got updated. Season 4 had just everything: the story, the gameplay, the battle pass, the map changes, the live events, the mystery, the community hype. And most importantly, it felt like Fortnite's future was like limitless. So after looking at every OG Fortnite season from chapter 1, season 1, all the way to chapter 2, season 8, my number one pick is still, at the end of the day, chapter 1, season 4. Not because it's old, not because it's nostalgic, but because it was just the perfect storm for everything that made Fortnite special, I think. But now it's your guys' turn, okay? I want you guys to comment down below what the greatest OG Fortnite season ever is. Is it chapter 1, season 3, season 4, season 5, maybe chapter 2, season 2? Let me know down below in the comments. And just an honorable mention too, and the reason why I didn't say chapter 1, season 7, because that's another all-time favorite of mine, is because of nostalgia purposes. I think I played that season the most out of any season of Fortnite ever. But for those reasons, I'm going to keep that off the list because it's very nostalgic for me because of Christmas, and I love Christmas, favorite holiday of the year. So that's the reason why. But I'm going to keep that as an honorable mention. Like, it is another great season for sure. But I'm definitely going to leave that not on the number one list in this video. So if you guys did enjoy, please subscribe because we've got a lot of more Fortnite deep dives coming soon for sure. And I really want to keep making videos for you guys. I love doing this. I'm very passionate about it, and I would love to see the community grow. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you guys did enjoy. Have a great morning, night, whenever you were watching, and bye-bye.